Hey guys, my name is Nick Hansel, and I just wanted to tell you about my day-to-day. This is my first video here on YouTube with this microphone and ASMR, and I have it on my Apple Watch, as you can tell. But I wanted to just start a channel that's focusing mostly on entertainment, my life as a 20-year-old, navigating through this world, kind of like a video diary. I think there are a lot of lessons that I'll learn that I'm sure will be useful to you too. And yeah, so a little bit about me. My name is Nick Hansel. And I live in Los Angeles. I was like, am I going to edit that out? I don't think so. I live in Los Angeles. I live on the west side in Culver City. This is a lot of information getting out, but by the time you watch this, I probably won't be here anymore. And I work in entertainment. I am a location scout for TV shows and films like The Flight Attendant, Shameless, Dollface, so I'm very much in the world, and I'm also a writer and a director. If you hear anything next door, my roommates are watching the new Lord of the Rings TV show. So anyways, back to me. I am a writer-director, and currently I'm on a hiatus from work, from doing location stuff, because I'm working on my own project right now. It's an LGBT short film called Flowers, and it focuses on two best friends reuniting in high school, and it takes place over a weekend, and we follow them on their journey of self-discovery and love, and basically realizing that everyone's different. And yeah, it's fun with that. I'm learning a lot through this process right now. I've never written something, I never self-produced it, and I'm doing all that right now. We are scheduled to shoot in 3 weeks, I think. It's in like 3 weekends. And we currently are in the casting process, so I put a huge casting notice out on Actors Access, which I never did before. I had to take some classes to learn about how to navigate that system, and I created breakdowns and out to everyone, and created sides, and people sent in their sides yesterday. That was their deadline, and I've been watching them today and yesterday, and yeah, it's been pretty cool. Something you should know about me is I come from an acting background, so I come from NYU Dish around like 3-4 years ago, graduated in 2019, and I kind of started writing as a way to try and get back into acting. I really didn't like the audition process at all, and I wanted to basically write my own stories that I wanted to act in. However, I thought I was going to act in the main role, but I might have just found someone, an actor, that I think could bring even more than I do to this role. So my question in this video is kind of me navigating whether I should act in the film that I wanted to act in, that I'm currently producing, or should I just direct it? Now, there are some pros and cons to both. The pros for acting is I love acting, and I am a little egotistical. I love seeing myself on film. I love seeing myself in the story. There's something really nice about being like, wow, this story is happening to actually me. And I love that. The only issue is if I'm acting, it's hard to be a director. Now, I was a little naive on what directing was. I kind of just believed it was just, letting the actors take reign and maybe changing some stuff. I thought it was more in prep. I think that's because I had some directors that I really didn't think were directing me as actors before. But I'm realizing directing is a lot more than that. Directing is really helping navigate the actors to hit the moments in the script that you really need to hit. And I'm realizing if I act, that I will be focused on me, and I might not see things that could help elevate the story. Now, if I were to direct, I could see everything from an objective viewpoint, and I could be more hands-on with actors and playing around in the scenes and making sure that we get everything. And I also think I'd be a little less stressed on the day. I'd be stressed, but I wouldn't be scared or anxious. All those feelings you get before you start acting. The pressure to be, when the camera says rolling and action, to do your job and to just be in the moment and to deliver. It's stressful. It is so rewarding and it's so fun. But I wouldn't have that. If I was directing, I would just see the actors doing their thing, which could be really cool. I'm kind of realizing if I do acting that I might not be able to have a director. I would need a director to help direct my acting, and I don't know if I can find someone because I really want the story to be a certain way, and I feel like I can elevate it more than other people can. So, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to sleep on it a few days and see what happens. At one point, I want to do what's best for the story. And part of me is kind of leaning towards, maybe not acting in it. But another part of me is like, this is the reason I created it in the first place, is to act in it. And I worked so hard, and I think it would be a reward to act in it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I hope it's still recording. It is. Hi. I know I've been leaning forward a lot. But yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna kind of share how this process has been going, because I know I'm gonna look back on it. It's been a process. I kind of took a month and a half off from work just to work on this short film, and I went to London last month for my brother's wedding, which I can talk about in another video. But I realized that I kind of give myself way too much time. I have a producer on board, but he's doing other projects, and the thing with film is, I don't know if you know this, but when you're on set, there's only so much prep you can do. You can find out locations, you can, do the actors, writing, which I've been doing a lot of. But at a certain point, you have to wait until you get closer so you can, have people's attention for your project. Even with my producer right now, he's great, and we've been talking a lot. His name's Charlie. And he's very, he responds a lot to me and everything, but he's on all other projects. So I won't have his undivided attention until we get closer, hopefully if all goes well. And it's been an interesting process too, because I like control, and I'm realizing that. So I hired Charlie basically to help me find our crew and get everyone situated for the day of. And I'm also realizing right now that I'm kind of micromanaging and trying to, figure out who should be on our crew, and that's good. It's not bad, but it's maybe not what I hired him to do. Maybe I should just let him do his job. But yeah, it's been an interesting process. I've been working on my script. I have really high days and low days. I get very insecure about it a lot of time. I think it's not good enough. I think that I'm trying to do too much. I basically think that, will it make sense when we watch it? Is this just a waste of time? Did I choose the right, story? And I realized throughout all this that just because you give something time doesn't mean it will necessarily be better. The script that Flowers that is going to be coming out, that we're going to be shooting in like 2 weeks, I've been working on it for like a year and a half. And the first draft that I wanted to produce to make it is nothing like the story at all. The original story takes place around two best friends, and it's basically in 3 generations. It's kind of like Moonlight, but you know where they jump. But it takes place when they're in high school, middle school, and then the twist is when they're old men too. But the first one was basically about the idea of like people come out at different times in their life, and that just because someone doesn't come out when you do doesn't mean, oh my god, so loud, doesn't mean that they're not bi or gay or love you or anything. Sometimes we can't contextualize things. And oh my god, so loud. Yeah, that's a lot. And I love that story, and I kept kind of working on it, and it was abstract, and then eventually I got to this point where I wanted a linear narrative that wasn't as funky, and then I got to this origin story, and that's what Flowers is. It's the characters in high school over a weekend, and I basically played with this idea of reuniting with an old childhood friend and how sometimes fitting in isn't the best way to be loved by people, and that sometimes you need to stand out to find your love, and how scary that is, but how, you know, when we're all going to college, I feel like everyone relates to that, and a lot of people don't talk about it, but we're all really different. And when it's starting to unlayer that and like peel that back and realizing that, hey, I want people to see them a little bit different. It's like that turning point, you know, when you're an adult, you kind of want to be seen as different, special, and when you're a kid, you want to seem like you're everyone else. So it's that balancing. And yeah, there's some fun scenes with them in the sleepover, which I love. I love the moments of, you know, two best friends basically sharing a moment, sleeping in a room together and just talking, you know. There's nowhere else to go but there. So yeah, it's been an interesting process. I've been doing things every day, working towards, you know, getting this all situated. Yeah, and we'll see. I know it's getting more hectic and more crazy, and I'm ready for it, but I am so excited, and I am so proud of you. If I'm watching this again, I'm proud of myself for doing this. It's scary, but I'm learning a lot, and if anyone's watching this, I would so recommend just going for it. I mean, we really are the people that hold ourselves back. There's no one else. If you really believe in yourself, you can do anything. You can get the funds, you can find the people, you can act in it, which maybe is what I want to do. You can do everything that you want to do, you just have to believe in it. And more importantly than believing it is also just going slow, one step at a time. One step at a time. It is so loud behind me. I hope you probably can hear it. Maybe you'll like it, but yeah. I'm looking to make sure this is still recording, and it is. And yeah, that's kind of my short story, I guess. My little ramble about my script, I guess. Later on I can do some more rambling about like my story itself, screenwriting, but yeah, I mean, please, if you're even watching this is awesome because it's the first video, but please hit the subscribe button, you know, send a like so we can get our algorithm going. But basically this channel is just going to be documenting my entertainment experience and also promoting positivity too. I am such a believer in self-confidence and that we can really go after the things we want in life, and even more importantly, we need to share our struggles and our hopes and, you know, let people see that, not what's on Instagram, not what's on Facebook or TikTok, you know, the happy moments. It's like, let people see the journey with you, because then I think that really makes you more human. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope some of that made sense. And if not, just stick around because I'll get better at video making. And yeah, I love you guys. Have a great night or day.